Beyond the Railroad, The Untold Life of Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman, an iconic figure in American history, is renowned for her heroic endeavors in leading enslaved people to freedom via the Underground Railroad. Her life, however, is a tapestry of astonishing and, at times, controversial facts that many might not be aware of. Here, we delve into 11 of the most scandalous, shocking, and intriguing facts about Harriet Tubman, revealing the complexity and bravery of this extraordinary woman. Fact number 1. Early head injury and visions. At the age of 12, Harriet Tubman, born Araminta Ross in Dorchester County, Maryland, around 1822, experienced a life-altering injury. While inside a dry goods store, an overseer aimed to punish a fleeing enslaved person by throwing a 2-pound metal weight. Tragically, it struck Tubman instead, causing severe cranial damage. This incident left her with lifelong health issues, including narcolepsy, seizures, and vivid dreams or visions, which she interpreted as divine communications guiding her actions. Tubman's spiritual resilience, rooted in these experiences, became a cornerstone of her identity and mission, fueling her determination to liberate herself and others from the bonds of slavery. Number 2. Escape to freedom. In the fall of 1849, amidst rising tensions and the threat of being sold, Tubman seized her destiny and fled from Maryland's eastern shore to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, a journey of approximately 90 miles. This perilous escape utilized the intricate network known as the Underground Railroad, a series of safe houses and routes that led enslaved people to freedom in the North. Guided by the North Star and the assistance of fellow abolitionists, Tubman's successful flight marked the beginning of her lifelong crusade against slavery. Her escape was not just a personal victory but a profound act of defiance that would shape the course of her life and the lives of countless others. Number 3. Conductor of the Underground Railroad. Harriet Tubman's most enduring legacy is her role as a conductor on the Underground Railroad. Between 1850 and 1860, she embarked on approximately 13 missions into slave-holding states, leading around 70 individuals to freedom. Her operations were characterized by meticulous planning, disguises, and an unwavering commitment to the safety of her passengers. Tubman's knowledge of secret routes, timing, and survival skills, coupled with her charismatic leadership, ensured that she never lost an individual to capture or death on these journeys. Her actions not only demonstrated her tactical genius but also solidified her status as a beacon of hope and a symbol of freedom. Number 4. The Moses of her people. Harriet Tubman earned the moniker Moses for her unparalleled success in leading her people out of bondage. Like the biblical Moses, Tubman was seen as a deliverer, chosen by divine providence to lead enslaved African Americans to a promised land of freedom. This nickname was a testament to her spiritual fervor, leadership, and the miraculous nature of her achievements. Tubman's deep faith in God and the belief that she was executing a higher purpose empowered her to face unimaginable risks and challenges. Her reputation as Moses transcended her time, making her a legendary figure in the annals of American history and a symbol of courage, faith, and liberation. Number 5. A spy for the Union Army. During the Civil War, Harriet Tubman's role transcended that of a conductor on the Underground Railroad, as she became an invaluable asset to the Union Army. In 1863, under the command of Colonel James Montgomery, Tubman orchestrated a daring and strategic raid along the Combahee River in South Carolina. Leveraging her intelligence network, she guided Union gunboats around Confederate mines, leading to the destruction of several estates and the liberation of more than 700 enslaved individuals. This operation not only crippled the Confederate economy in the region but also marked Tubman as the first woman to lead an armed expedition in the war, showcasing her multifaceted contributions to the fight against slavery and her strategic military acumen. Number 6. The $20,000 Bounty. In recognition of her successful forays into Confederate territories and her pivotal role in freeing hundreds of enslaved individuals, Harriet Tubman became one of the most wanted figures in the South. A bounty of $20,000, an astronomical sum at the time, was placed on her head, a testament to the desperation and frustration of slaveholders and Confederate sympathizers. Despite the immense danger and the price on her life, Tubman remained undaunted. She continued her missions with unwavering resolve, her actions speaking volumes about her bravery and dedication to the abolitionist cause. Number 7. Financial struggles. Despite her monumental achievements and significant contributions to the abolitionist movement and the Union war effort, Harriet Tubman faced financial hardships for most of her life. The U.S. government did not grant her a pension for her Civil War service until much later in her life, and even then, it was insufficient to cover her needs and those of her dependents. Tubman's financial difficulties highlight the broader issue of lack of recognition and support for African American heroes and heroines in the 19th and early 20th centuries. Her struggles with poverty underscore the discrepancy between her invaluable service to the country and the nation's delayed acknowledgement and compensation for her sacrifices. Number 8. The Harriet Tubman Home for the Aged. In her twilight years, Harriet Tubman turned her attention to the welfare of elderly African Americans. In Auburn, New York, she established the Harriet Tubman Home for the Aged on a property she had purchased from Senator William H. Seward. This institution served as a sanctuary for aged and indigent African Americans, providing care and comfort in their final years. Tubman's creation of the home in 1908 was a continuation of her life's work of service to others, particularly those who had suffered the indignities of slavery. It stands as a testament to her compassion, commitment to community welfare, and her legacy of advocacy for equality and human rights. Number 9. Theft by confidence tricksters. In a disheartening episode of her life, Harriet Tubman became the victim of a fraudulent scheme that preyed on her generosity and trust. Around 1873, two men approached Tubman with a seemingly lucrative offer. They claimed to have access to $5,000 worth of gold taken from South Carolina during the Civil War, which they were willing to exchange for $2,000 in cash. Eager to secure funds that would support her philanthropic endeavors, Tubman managed to gather the demanded sum through loans from a wealthy friend. However, upon meeting the men to complete the transaction, Tubman was assaulted with chloroform, rendered unconscious, and robbed of the $2,000, a significant amount of money that she had painstakingly acquired. This incident not only resulted in a financial setback for Tubman but also highlighted the challenges and exploitation she faced, even as a revered figure in the fight for freedom and equality. Number 10. Surgical intervention without anesthesia. In the latter years of her life, Tubman decided to undergo a surgical procedure to address the painful and debilitating symptoms of the head injury she sustained in her youth. By this time, the seizures and narcoleptic spells she suffered from had become unbearable. In an act of remarkable bravery, Tubman opted to undergo this surgery without the use of anesthesia, a decision inspired by the resilience she observed in Civil War soldiers who endured amputations and other surgeries by biting down on bullets to cope with the pain. This choice reflects Tubman's extraordinary fortitude and her ability to endure physical pain in pursuit of relief and continued service to others. Number 11. Posthumous Recognition. Although Harriet Tubman was celebrated as a hero by many in her lifetime, the full extent of her legacy did not achieve widespread recognition until well after her death in 1913. Over time, Tubman's monumental contributions to the abolitionist movement and her role in the Underground Railroad have been honored in numerous ways. Educational institutions, museums, and public spaces have been named after her, celebrating her tireless fight for freedom and equality. A significant milestone in the recognition of her contributions came in 2016, when the U.S. Treasury announced plans to feature Tubman on the $20 bill, replacing Andrew Jackson. This decision marked a historic and symbolic acknowledgement of Tubman's importance in American history, underscoring her role as a symbol of courage, perseverance, and the ongoing struggle for justice. This decision, however, has been subject to delays and political debates, reflecting the complexities of memorializing historical figures on currency.